Today we are going to see how to develop application by using ASP.NET. For that, what I do, I go to the file menu. File new is there. In the new website option there, project option is for C#.NET. This website option is for ASP.NET. You click this website option. After clicking the website option, you will get a window. From that window, you need to select the C# from left side panel. From right side panel, you click the ASP.NET empty website. Okay. After that, you see that path where that particular you want to change, you can change. After that, you click the OK button. Then you will get the empty website. Takes some time. Please wait. This is the empty website. Then you go to the website option. From website option, you click the add new item. Then by default, it is showing the Visual C#. Here, from the list of icons, you select the web form. Web form is the option to create the ASP.NET web page. After selecting web form option, you simply click that add button. Before clicking add button, you see here it is showing the name of the file. It is showing default.asp. It used the by default that name. If you want to change, you can change the primary name. Otherwise, you can keep as it is and click the add button. In that manner, you can add a web page into your application. This is your web page. Go to the solution explorer. You can okay, web page is displayed here. See whatever window you are able to see, that window is called the tag window. Source window it is called tag window or source window. Below that window, we're able to see 3 tabs. Here, see this where my mouse cursor is there. You see that place. Design is one tab. Second is split tab. Third is the source tab. Click the design. If you click the design, we're able to see this design view. This is our design view. Here you can display our controls. For example, I select the button control. I simply double click that button control. The button control will be placed automatically in the web page. You set the button control and click right arrow, sorry, left arrow, so that that cursor is displayed in front of the button. You can move that button by pressing the space bar. In this ASP button, you can move controls horizontally or vertically. If you want to give some gap, you can press enter key also. Select the control and press enter key. You will get some gap also. So we have arranging control. See, this is our design view. I am selecting the button. Then I am going to the source. So this source is called the tag window. Means here it is showing ASP colon button. ID equal to button 1. Runner server. All the ASP.NET controls are called server controls. That's why it is showing runner server. ASP.NET controls are starting with the ASP colon less than ASP colon. That's why you are seeing here less than ASP colon button. Okay, this window is called the tag window. It is also called source window. One more tab is there, is called split. If you click split, your window divided into two parts. One part is showing tags window. Second part is showing design window. Split means you are able to see both windows at the same time. Now I am clicking design. Okay, here beside design, toolbox is there. This is a toolbox. It shows all available controls. You can select whatever control you want. If you simply double click that control, it will display on the web page. Then if you come to the right side, it is showing you Solution Explorer. This Solution Explorer contains all the files which are available in your project. See, this is a root. Website 15 is our root folder, root name. In that we are having default.aspx. Okay, before that default.aspx one arrow symbol is there. If you click, that arrow is expanded, means that list is expanded. It is showing default.aspx.cs. Our code behind file is C#. While you create application, that time you selected C#.NET, C# at the left panel while you create. That's why it is showing C# file, default.aspx.cs. Our web page name is default.aspx. The corresponding C# file name is default.aspx.cs. The entire name of web page is given to the C# file as the primary name. Okay, your web page name is default.aspx. That default.aspx is becoming primary name for the C# file. That's why C# file is showing you default.aspx.cs. This is called the code behind file. Code behind. Till now you have seen only design view and source view. Both are related to web page. Design view shows the controls design. Source view, source tab shows the tag type of environment of that particular design view. Now you are going to see one more window. It is called the code behind file window. I'm double clicking C# file. Now in this area you are able to see one more window. It is called the C# window. It is also called code behind file. Your code behind file can be C#.NET or VB.NET. It depends upon your selection. Okay, this is our design. You want to get the code behind file here. See in this view menu, you are having some options. Here in the view menu, see here, we are able to see code and designer. Designer means design window. If you click code, it shows you C# file. It is also one way to get the code behind file. Means whatever business logic is there, that logic you develop in this code behind file. Now I'm coming to this design view. I simply double click this button. I'm simply double clicking this button so that control automatically goes to the code behind file. Here in this code behind file, we're able to see button one underscore click. This is the event. When you double click the button, control automatically move to C# file and it is showing the button click event procedure. Here you write the actual business logic. Now we're going to find out the factorial of a number. For example, finding factorial of a number. For that, I take the text box for the inputting. This is the text box. I simply double text box so that your text box is displaying on the window. I want to move that button to the next line so that you can arrange the controls properly. Okay, this is the way. Before this text box, I put the message enter number. I put the message enter number. Now I change the caption of button. I go to properties window. I am selecting the button and see below that server store solution store, you are able to see the properties. These are the properties. This is the properties window. Here I go to the text area, text property. I type there factorial. Okay, our button caption is changed to factorial. And now I double click this button and develop the logic of the factorial. I take the variable with the name int with the name n, and then write n equal to convert dot 2 in 32. To off. Our test box name is box one dot, means that test box value we are getting storing in the variable n. Next we develop the for loop. Int I equal to 1 less than equal to n plus plus f equal to declare the variable with the name. We declare the variable with the name n with the name f also. Initially that f the value 1. So here in this for loop I write the logic f equal after I. Since we got that factorial value. Factorial is F. This is our logic. Doing 32. Second for the button. I am saving this enter logic. This is the button to run the program. Wait for some time. Okay. Now I will show you the output window. Just a minute. This is your output window. Here you are able to see the buttons, text box and button. Here in this text box, I enter the value. For example, I give the 4 and click the button. You will get the output. Factorial is 24. This is the output of the program. Okay, see, in this logic, we wrote the line response dot write. Response is the class. It contains the write method. This method shows the message on the output window. That's why output window means web page. That's why I give that f value to the function along with the message. That's why you are able to get the answer. This is regarding finding factorial of a number and knowing about IDE of the .NET. What is solution explorer, what is properties window, what is toolbar, how to and get the controls, everything.